Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Lu. I think I'm just been hit by the China virus, and I can tell you it's not comfortable. What on earth is this China virus? Is it like another COVID outbreak? And is it going to be a pandemic? Let me analyze and show you, and I'll give you some of my personal experience. Let's watch on, shall we? The new virus is called HMPV, human metapneumovirus. Quite a mouthful, right? And this currently, right now, the outbreak has started from China, from what I can see. And the outbreak seems quite serious. And unfortunately, myself and I think a lot of people has got it as well. Let's go on and watch what on earth is this virus. So currently, right now, China is grappling with a virus outbreak. A lot of the hospitals, if you look at the social media, are now plagued with long queues and crowds and things like that. It is a virus that seems to hit not just China and is spreading throughout the whole world as well. There are healthcare professionals that says it's okay. There are healthcare professionals say is probably not okay. We just gotta watch on. But currently, right now, WHO says that it is not an unusual pathogen, and but it is spreading out across the world like wildfire. So I don't know whether you can see, but this is the case in China right now in the hospitals, crowds and crowds of people all around and things like that. It's just so many people, crowding and things like that. Now it's quite a serious outbreak right now. Um, but some people say that it is just a normal winter outbreak. But let's see what the specialists say, right? So, Dr. Marian Koopman, a Dutch virologist who advised WHO, said, we really need more information, particularly diagnostic information. We have to be careful. Concerns were first sparked off internationally by an alert published on November 21st by monitoring service ProMed, and it called for more information about inverted commas quote from China health authorities undiagnosed pneumonia in Beijing, Liaoning. So this is the current warning right now. Take note, in December 30th, 2019, when China's first gave an official alert, it was also called an undiagnosed pneumonia. That's from Hubei. So there is some similarity in the initial warning, and I think we just got to be a bit more alert. Well, there are many reasons why there's a big surge of for respiratory disease. Is because we have an immunity debt to pay, meaning that all of us, has not fallen sick for a long time, and right now it's time to pay back. I haven't fallen sick for over a year plus, and just when I thought that, I'm now immune to a lot of illness and disease. Wow, this thing just hit me, and I feel really terrible. So in China, northern provinces, which is generally colder, there is an there is an upward trend of HMPV case, especially among people below 14 years old. And there's an increase in infection of acute respiratory diseases from December second to third week. And right now, they are monitoring the system to see whether how serious the outbreak is, and determining whether there's a need to step up protocols to handle all these unknown pathogen. But I think that this time around they are not going to take it lightly. In Malaysia, just a few days ago, they also quoted that Malaysia recorded 300 over cases of HMPV. That's, of course, those are registered cases, and I'm sure those unregistered cases are much more than that. And this is a much higher jump from the previous year. So when you go to Malaysia, JB right now, be careful. But I'm very, very sure in Singapore, it's already here. The virus is definitely here already. So what are the symptoms of HMPV, right? Cough, fever, which I have a little bit right now, running and stuffy nose, sore throat, you have it this morning, wheezing, not yet, shortness of breath, a little bit rashes, which I do have a little bit. And the mode of spreading is likely through coughing and sneezing secretion, so water droplets and things like that, shaking of hands, touching objects, then from this object pass to another person. To be frank, it's just like COVID. Okay, and the light symptoms are those I mentioned, But if this develop into something more serious, it could be bronchitis or pneumonia, basically lung infection, and that would be very bad. The incubation period, according to the health specialist, about 3 to 6 days. In my case, I first got a headache about 6 days ago, which is very rare. I don't get headaches and things like that. Then after 6 days, I thought, I've got body aches and things like that, which I thought is very unusual. And suddenly the sore throat and the running nose came and the fever came. So this is how long the incubation period can be. So it is, I guess it's very individual. Some of you will get it faster, some will get it slower. So who is at risk? Well, generally, I think people of my age group is okay. But those people who are younger than 5 years old, especially premature infant, I think is a very high risk one. Older than 65 are also at risk as well. Those who have a compromised immunity system, just for example, you have HIV, cancer, autoimmune diseases, or there are medication that suppress our immune system, those who have asthma and so on. So all these people got to watch out carefully. What is generally not so serious but can be very serious when it comes to you guys. This outbreak at this juncture is hard to say how serious it is. My guess is that we don't need to over panic, but we certainly need to take care of ourselves. And right now, we are indeed seeing a huge surge. And so, my daughter is telling me that her group of friends, there are many of them in the university and the church group having outbreaks of illnesses and things like that. And anecdotally, some of my friends, I called them, seems to have outbreak as well. So we don't know whether all these are linked. I suspect so, and I'll prefer to assume so, right? I think it's always it comes this kind of thing. These are risks that we shouldn't take. So I think it's good to mask up, which I carry a mask everywhere right now. And I think we just need to be very careful. So, in a nutshell, I don't think that the HMPV is like COVID, but I'm not a health specialist. But I like to take precaution as if it is. So, the most basic thing we need to do is to mask up ourselves, okay, which I do going everywhere. And I would strongly suggest everybody to have hand sanitizer and things like that. A bit of social distancing would help as well, especially when your house have old folks and things like that. So you want to be a bit more careful. It's something that we don't need to panic, but we don't want to take it lightly. It also gets to show how uncertain the world can be. Just after 5 years of outbreak, right now, virus and pathogen can spread like wildfire. As a joke, I heard this joke that every time Donald Trump comes on board, there will be some form of a virus outbreak. He seems to be a virus magnet. Whether it's true or not true, it's just comical comment. But more importantly, is we just got to be very careful, and we just got to be very careful because not just as a health implication, but there's economic and financial implication as well. If this outbreak proves to be something very serious. Anyway, we don't need to over panic, but we just need to be take up. We just need to take up all the precaution. Thank you for watching. I hope that you guys stay healthy, stay safe, and mask up, and just live life as per normal. Okay, this is Miss Lu from Europe signing off. See you in a day or two. Bye bye.